for FRL Season 3 Tier 1 at the beautiful Sakir circuit here in Bahrain in the Middle East. Expect a dry race and expect 2 stop strategies for the top 10, and both Ferraris actually simultaneously leave the pit box. We're gonna enable everything right now, and so there is a full grid out here today. Very lovely to see who are making returns. Well, Recon is back once again. He's currently staying in the pits. You can see everyone is shifting over to a set of hard tyres already. Flip-flop fish also back in the cockpit in Tier 1, and Geordie has been disqualified. That is because he took a quali ban, and now he's gonna start from dead last, taking disqualification. Very smart move actually, so as to start fully last. So you can see from the Williams here, QVR Yost is no more. Now we have IGK Yost and IGK Giel, because they have left their respective teams of QVR for Yost and VRT for Giel. And under Raikkonen, I believe, they have joined IGK. So now they are looking to make their mark as a new team. Of course, Khan is back in Tier 1 as well. He's had a couple race hiatus. He's just not been taking part, but now he's back, hoping to get a good performance, hoping to be in the points. You can see PMP Louis as well as the Haas of Flip-Flop Fish, they're all starting their laps right now. I believe it is ILRT Jordan who's going to start his first, opening DRS now in overtake mode. So he is the first one to be putting in a lap. Hopefully he can keep it validated. Though you can see that I think it's Louis behind him. Louis is getting a bit of tow from Jordan, so that's going to help him, but also just being this close is probably not going to help Louis, because, you know, he might have to lift off if he gets too close to Jordan, which he looks to be doing. He might be feeling the effects of dirty air, which is not going to help him, but he is on soft tyres. Who else on soft? Chapelele in the Red Bull car is on softs as well. Nizzo too, and Gil is on hards, but wait, if we go to fitted, there we go. Now we can see who's on which tyres. Let's find the leader right now, leading the train. He's in the middle sector at the moment, just about to cross over into the third, coming out of the second DRS straight now into this fast right-hander. You do not want to get onto that curb, otherwise you will indefinitely spin. 106.6 through the middle sector. What about Louis? We couldn't see his, but look how close he is to the back of Jordan. This is not going to help him, because oh, they make contact and Jordan's been spun around. Jordan has lost his bit of his front wing, and he was looking for a good lap there. Yost takes the fastest lap with a 128.6 on those hard tyres. Zach is going to do a 128.8. Who else is going to cross the line? I believe it is the Alfa Romeo by the Terra. It is Terra and Ginger simultaneously. Ginger goes P3, Terra goes P6, then Chapelele goes quickest of all on soft tyres. Flip-Flop Fish also not the best lap from him actually, going second fastest with a 127.3. Should be up with Shap here, but he has set a pretty slow lap. Where's Nizzo? Nizzo doesn't look to be on too much of a quick lap. He might be around I'm not sure where he is, based on other people's pace. But Recon coming around the last corner, he's not going to set a clean lap. What about Polino Bros? He's coming around the final corner, third gear, using up as much ERS. I think he's actually starting a lap right now, so we're not going to see him set a lap. What about Nizzo? He's just come around the last corner now. He's opening up the DRS. He's hit the ERS deployment limit, so he can't put any more in that. He goes third fastest with a 127.840. So currently locking out the top 3 of the soft runners. But Yost is within touching distance of Nizzo. He's only a couple tenths down on him, about 4 tenths back from the Mercedes driver. You You do want to be on hard tyres or medium tyres. You don't really want to start on softs because these softs at this circuit are terrible. Honest to God. It is really hard to put to drive quick enough on a set of soft tyres. As Yost is on a cooldown lap. Who's on a lap right now? Michelizi's just started one. I believe that Gil's going to cross the line right now. He's gone pretty well through this part of the track. Where's he going to go? He's going to go 5th fastest. So out of the hard runners, him and Yost, IGK teammates, locking out the top of the front runners. The hard runners, my mistake. They are currently 5th and 6th respectively. Who else is about to complete a lap? I believe Recon is going to cross the line. Not good enough from him. He's 3 seconds off the pace. With, it should not be saying fastest lap. There we go. He's set a 1 minute 30.26, 226, which really does need improving. He's currently behind Terror Racer and just ahead of Khan. He's currently the slowest of those who have set a lap. Jordan is back out on track. He's just about to come around the final corner to start his lap. I believe Blue Racer, oh, he's invalidated this lap. That's not good from him. Michelizi in the 3rd sector right now. He is the next of the people who have not set a lap, and he goes purple through the 2nd sector, but judging by his sector time, it does not actually look to be the strongest of laps from him as he soars past the camera into the final corner. You can see all of the brake markers have been taken out by I think it was Jordan, and his collision with PMP Louis has now crossed the line. Comes Michelizi. Where's he going to go? He's only going to go 14th fastest behind Terror Racer, ahead of Recon. What about Louis? Louis is in the 2nd sector right now. Where's Blue? Blue's in the 1st sector right now. Jordan also in the 2nd sector, so it's going to be a little longer to wait before one of the drivers who hasn't set a lap to come around and set their time. Recon much better through there. He goes 6th fastest, and now the Renault of Pluis and Bull in his 2nd race. He had a pretty bad one out in Japan last time, getting spun around. He's made his way up into 7th place. He's behind the Red Bull. They just set their laps right now, so could that be a sign of the track wearing in? It might be so, as now they jump from pretty low end of the grid to now being in the top range. Jordan has just set his lap as well, and he goes 4th fastest, so that is the quickest of the hard runners. He is only 1/10 back from Nizzo. He did a 1:27.9. That's very strong from him. Timon crosses the line, goes 6th fastest, and now he's going to give the slipstream to his teammate of Alan Vore, who's just started on his push lap. He's now coming into the 1st sector. I think we might as well watch this lap unfold as opening DRS onto the 1st of the 3 DRS, second of the 3 DRS straights. Where's he going to be in terms of his sector time is now? That is Gil getting out of the way of Alan Vore. He goes only 1/10 quicker, so right now that will put him just about ahead of Zach. So he might have made a mistake elsewhere on circuit, but that doesn't matter for him because he's going to keep on pushing now into this really tricky left-hander downhill, so it's really easy to lock up. He short shifts into 2nd gear, now pushing along, opening DRS in overtake mode. He's still got about half of his usable ERS for this lap. Is now just kissing the apex there, using as much of the track as he can to get the best line into that corner. Now into the fast right-hander. He's going 2 tenths quicker right now. I believe Michalizzi just went 11th fastest. That's good from him. Alan Vore is going to be the next one to finish this lap. He's coming on to this DRS straight and now into the final corner, braking all the way down into 4th gear, using up all of the ERS he can. I believe he's just about to cross over the deployment limit. He's going to cross the line and it's going to be 9th fastest. He slots in behind his teammate, both setting 128.2s. That was really good from Alan Vore. There's now, he makes his way into the top 10, but his tyres are pretty old, so I think he can go quicker than that. Him and Zach both are on 4-lap old hard tyres. And I believe the PMP Louis is on his lap right now. He's just started it. He's still pushing for this soft lap, which I'm a bit confused as to why. Chapelele is also out on circuit. They're all on soft tyres. Nizzo's in the pits actually, so Flip Flop Fish is in, I believe, the first sector. Yes. Is he going to improve on his time? He looks to be 1 second down, so he might have made a mistake. Well, I'm sure he definitely made a mistake. Keel's up on his time right now. He was only 3 1/1000s up though through the first sector. Okay, Yost has invalidated that. Michalizzi's putting into the pit, so who's going to be the next one to complete? I believe Gil is the next one to complete a lap. So we're going to go back on board with Gil. Oh, losing the back end out of that left-hander there. Just crossing into the 3rd sector now. He's, yeah, that lost him a lot of time. He's 7/100ths of a second down. 7/10ths of a second down, my mistake, which might not seem much, but is an absolute eternity in Formula 1 terms. So now he's surely going to pull into the pits, yeah. So I believe it is PMP Louis who is next going to complete a lap. He's going to cross the line. This has to be a good time for him. He's going to go 3rd fastest ahead of Nizzo. Now Flip Flop Fish is going to pull into the pit lane. So the only driver out on track right now, as well as oh okay, some of them are actually filing out. We only have 5 minutes left to go in the session, so they're going to come out of the pits to start their time. But it is Recon who's going to be the one to encounter this traffic first. As you can see, there's about 3 or 4 cars pulling out of the pit lane right now. That's an Alfa Romeo, then a Williams and a Ferrari is now starting his lap on a set of soft tyres. So he's going for this soft lap, much like his teammate who's leading the timing sheet right now. Braking into turn number 1, taking that very deep, and now opening it up onto the first of the 3 DRS straights in the first sector, braking at the 100-meter board, braking all the way down into 3rd gear. And now what's his time going to be as Jordan gets out of his way, and apparently he is on an outlap. Pardon? I think he's invalidated this time, but I don't know why it's saying that it is a that's really strange actually. Why is this an outlap? We will never find out what his time will be. Yellow flags in sector 3 is most likely just the Renault of Plewis and Bull slowing down to start his own lap. As I believe the first driver is Khan. He's going to be the first one to... No, he won't be the first one. Who's going to be the first one to set a lap? Is it Nizzo? Okay, Nizzo's definitely not going to be the first one to set a lap. Is it Timon? I think it's Timon. He's 4 tenths up on his medium lap. And that has gone down to 1 tenth. I don't know why it said he was 4 tenths up. Oh, he loses the back end getting on that curve. Very easy to lose the back end through there. We're going to follow him through his lap, and then we're going to find everyone else who is on their laps. I believe Flip Flop Fish is on an out lap right now. I think it is Pluizen who is behind him. Yeah. Okay, so it's Pluizen is going to be the next one after Timon to set a lap time. VRT Timon, that's what, that is the team he's a part of. And now coming through this right-hander, what's his sector time going to be? He's 5 tenths up through the middle sector. This could see him enter maybe the reaches up the top 5. The top 5 currently though are all on soft tyres. I didn't even notice Recon managed to take second place off of flip-flop. So it's a Red Bull 1-2 right now. And now across the line comes Timon. He's going to go 5th fastest. That was really good from him there. What about Pluisenbowl? He's 6/10 up through the second sector. Crossing the line, he's going to go 6th fastest behind Timon. I believe it's Ginger next. Oh no, it's Terrorator. He managed to go 9th place. See, everyone, if I go to fitted, everyone is on a set of mediums right now. Who is the next one to cross the line? I believe it was Jordan. He just set a oh god, I've set it to leader again. Fastest lap. He set a 1 minute 27.2. Crockett Gamer managed to go 8th fastest, and now the soft runner of Nizzo is really beginning to tumble down the order. He's been disconnected from the other soft runners. No, I believe that was just Khan to cross the line. He goes 11th fastest. Alan Vore is going to go 9th once more. Who is the next one to set a lap? I think that's Timon on an in lap right now. Yeah, it is. So who is the next one to actually put in a lap? I think it might be Yost, or is it Ginger? It's Ginger. Ginger's on his lap right now. He's pushing in the middle sector. He's just coming into, oh, small lap cut from him. He's turned off ABS for the first time in about 6 months. He said, oh, I don't know, but he's keeping it off for the time being. He's already a second up on this lap. This could see him maybe ahead of Pluisenbowl, even if he can't improve in this sector. On what he's got already, is now coming into the final corner, breaking down all the way into 3rd, short shifting up into 4th. He's gonna get the toe off of the Renault driver. This is gonna help him massively as across the line comes Ginger. He's gonna go 5th fastest with a 127.2, only 2/100ths of a second behind Jordan. Is now Zach goes 4th fastest, and I believe that Williams of Yost is gonna go 3rd fastest. He's gonna jump Zach, and now there's a Heart of Gil crossing the line. And I believe the next one is the McLaren of Blue. Blue's retired, so no, it's not Blue. I've lost track of everyone really. I believe Jordan is the next one. Across the line. Oh no, he's just started a lap. Okay. I have no clue who anyone is. Alan Vore is going to start another lap. Everyone only has 15 seconds to set a lap, as now both Red Bulls are coming around the final corner. I believe that Chapelele's just started his lap. He's currently leading the session right now. He's braking hard into turn number 1, shifting all the way down into 1st, short shifting up to 3rd, as now Recon did not make it, so he's gonna have to settle for the 126.7. This is actually gonna help me a lot more, because Timon just crosses the line. I think next is Terror Racer. He seems to have gone slower though, so I think that is his qualifying over. Only 15th for him. Who's next? Pluisenbowl. He's coming into the final corner. Now exiting out, opening DRS. Where's he going to put that Renault? Is it going to be in the top 10? Not quite. He goes slower, only by a little bit though. So that's unfortunate for him, as now I believe Ginger is the next one to cross the line. He's not pushing on this lap. Flip-flop fish goes a lot slower on that that time around. Polino Bros is next. Where's he? He is 5/10ths up on this lap, currently 17th fastest, which is not where he wants to be, and he's going to stay in 17th despite improving by quite a lot. Mikulitsi goes 11th fastest, so currently he is not in the top 10. Jordan crosses the line, 6th fastest. He jumps Zach. Zach's down into 7th place. He's not scored in the last 4 races. Can he break the duck that he has right now and take points finally? As Nizzo jumps his teammate on soft tyres though. He's going to get fresh tyres, but he's starting 11th place, so that is not where he wants to be, considering he started on softs. PMP Louis is going to be the unlucky one though, as Khan is the last one on a lap right now, but he is 17 seconds slower, so I do not think that he is going to try and better his time. He's going to come into the pits. That is the end of your qualifying session, so it is a 1-2 for Recon and Chapelele. Recon missed out the qualifying, he missed out the barrier just right at the end and Used takes third place. It is an IGK second row lockout. Yost and Gil take up 3 and 4. Then it's Gil's Haas teammate of Flip Flop in 5th place. And so at the end of that qualifying session, VRT Chapelele takes pole position. Recon, his teammate, is 2 tenths back from him in 2nd, and it is Yost in 3rd on the medium tyres. Gil in 4th, 5th place goes to Flip Flop Fish, and it's ILRT Jordan in 6th place, and Zach is in 7th. 8th goes to VRT Timon, then 9th for Ginger, and Louis the last one to start in the top 10, so he's going to have to start on those soft tyres. Nizzo can select any strategy he wants. He's in 11th. Michalizzi, his teammate, is in 12th. Both Renaults in 13th and 14th. I did not see who was in 15th, unfortunately. Whilst we're still on the formation lap, let's have a little look at the driver's standings. Right now it is Yost on top with 144.5 points. His IGK adversary of Gil, he's currently sitting on 139 points, so only a couple points separate these guys. 5.5 to be exact. And will the trend continue? One has a good race, the other has a bad race. Because that is what has been happening for the entirety of the season, aside from China, really, where they finished 1 and 2 respectively. Is now Chapelele leads the grid to the starting blocks. Well, we're gonna have a look at position change, telemetry on, lap data on. Let's have a clean turn 1, everyone. I hope that is what's gonna happen. So now as the last driver pulls into the... Oh, can we have a better view than this? Now as the last driver pulls into the box, Chaparral is going to lead them down. It is lights out and away we go. Who gets the better start out of everyone? I believe it was Yost who got the better start out of the front two, but was Recon up the inside into turn number one. Is he going to make that move stick? I believe there are no incidences further back in the pack. Go on board with Blue Racer. He gets the best view in the house right now. See this lap one pan out. No, they keep it all clean. But it's Chapelele leading Recon down into turn number 3 now. And I believe that, I think Ginger's been spun around. Zach's left the session. You can see his AI is tumbling down the order. Ginger's left all the way down in 16th position. What happened between those two? Something must have happened, because no way would Ginger and Zach drop so many positions just so carelessly. Gonna go back on board with Recon as he's putting pressure to his teammate on this straight, using all of the slipstream he can. He's not using ERS yet. DRS has not been enabled until later on in the Grand Prix. On lap 3 is now Alan Vore, making up a lot of positions on the start. He's up 6 positions into the top 10, trying to get past Pluisenball. Pluisenball's going to maybe try and send it up the inside, not quite, as actually Nizzo's going to go up the inside Gil, so what happened to him as well? And once again the trend continues. Yost finds himself in 3rd place, pretty much in clean air. Gil's all the way down in 13th place. Oh, the trend just does not stop as he's going to pull into the pits. He's got front wing damage. Presumably Ginger does too. And Zach's AI. What happened with Zach? He's lost a bit of front wing as well. He just left the session straight away. Timon and Michelizzi having a battle. As now Michelizzi's putting the pressure on. As that is Jordan up ahead. Going up the inside of Flip Flop Fish into turn number 3. Using the more grippy medium tyres probably at this point. Flip Flop Fish's tyres are not good at all, just because they're the softs at Bahrain. As now he's going to try and hold it up the inside, making a little bit of contact, no damage to either car, and Jordan manages to make his way up to 3rd place. Williams once again looking to score really good points here. Jordan's not at the best luck in this league though. He's had multiple crashes, but he's got the pace to do well. As now Recon is feeling the breath of IGK Yost right behind him. I'll have a look at your comments right now, whoever is commenting. Come on, Polino. Polino's got some fans. He's currently in 12th position, so he's had a really good start. He started way down the order. Just gonna do tyre so you can see what tyre everyone's on. Blue Racer is on the soft, which is very strange to see actually. Chapelele sets the fastest lap. No one's going to beat it. Is now looking up the inside into turn number 1. Easy move from Yost. He's going to try and make his way into position 2. Recon's going to fight back though and actually hold position, but now DRS has been enabled on lap number 3, and so with the assistance of the drag reduction system, he moves up into 2nd place, disrupting the Red Bull 1-2. Still Recon fights it back. Maybe the soft tyres aren't dead right now, and they make a little bit in contact. And that was close to being a disaster. Both managed to hold it well, and I think Polino Bro has had an incident. Yeah, he's been spun around somehow in the 1st sector. And Recon has fallen victim to ILRT Jordan, so both Williams looking to make moves on those medium tyres. One of the drivers on the hards, Pluisenball, is in that 10th spot, so he's still in the points, is Pluisenball, which is where he wants to be, and that is Recon out of the race. Something happened to him there, and he was seen spinning off to the side. We'll go on board with Geordie, because, yeah, you can see on that Red Bull, he is out of this Grand Prix, and Shap instantly jumped into the pits. So it was the perfect time for the for the soft runners to come into the pits, because now, oh, he gets held up just a little bit by, I believe, Haas of Flip Flop Fish. Shap's going to come out in 14th position. Not enough time for a move up the order. He's going to go onto the medium tyres, which confirms a 2-stop strategy for all of them. All of the soft runners who have come in. Crockett Gamer, Blue Racer, PMP Louis and Alan Vore, all on the soft tyres, have decided to stay out on their starting tyres, as now DRS is back. As we go green once more, Timon has made his way up to 4th place in all of that. And Alan Vore from like 15th on the grid, he's now all the way up into 6th, so it's been a really good start from him as well. Of course, with 25 points for Joost today, that will really help him in his championship challenge, as his main rivals all the way in 17th. Could no points for him actually move him down the order? We'll have a quick look right now. In 2nd place is Ginger, and well, Ginger's not having a good day either, as a lap 1 incident presumably between him and I think Blue Race has also spun the car. I don't know what happened there. Chapelele's gone purple through the 2nd sector, so his medium tyres proving to be quick for him. Very fast driver, very underrated as well. He makes his mistakes, but he really does make up for them just in his race pace. People call him the king of bottle jobs, but you know what? I'm rooting for you today, Chap. 2 tenths separate the two Williams, who are most likely just working together, not trying to make any moves on each other, and hold the lead down from PMP Louis, who's found himself in 3rd position after starting in 10th place. Fastest lap came out for IGK Gill on his 3-lap old medium tyres, so he's got the pace as well. He's just going to be hoping for a safety car, really, isn't he? I apologise for just keep muting my mic. It might happen a couple of times in the Grand Prix. Not much really happening right now. Geordie, who served his qualifying ban, is maybe looking to make a move on Terra Racer, who wipes out the 150 metre board. It's the closest battle on track right now, as now with DRS enabled for Geordie, he's going to be able to soar past Terra Racer. That's for 11th position, so no points on offer right there, but he's still going to get past the Alfa Romeo nevertheless. He's up 9 positions from where he started now. Timon finds his way past PMP Louis, who's going to still fight him back though, but it doesn't seem to have worked out for Louis, as now Alan Vore is getting close to Micheletti, and Pluisenbol is also getting involved in this battle on the hard tyres, so he's looking to run very long into this Grand Prix. Expect him to do a 1-stop, switch onto the mediums maybe on lap 17 or 18, as now into this really tough downhill left-hander. They all come, no one locks up from what I saw, so they've done a really good job to keep their tyres cool. It's gonna be a long race for me. My voice is not at its best. I'm gonna go on board with Micheletti here, who's looking to find a way past PMP Louis. Louis is the highest of the soft runners right now, and his tyres at this point in the Grand Prix are going to be starting to go off ever so slightly. With DRS on Timon though, that's going to help him out, as now Joost has been overtaken by his teammate, and pretty much expecting no fight was to be made from Joost. They're just trying to secure this 1-2, which I honestly don't think they've had at all this season. No, they had it in Spain. They had a 1-2 in Spain. That's the only 1-2 they've had. Which, for the pace of these two, is not where they want to be. They definitely want to have more 1-2 finishes than that, as this train is beginning to form up behind Timon. Nizzo and Crockett could also maybe find their way into this battle for third position. It's a final place on the podium. It's now with DRS for the lot of them, aside from Timon, who's lost touch with the leaders by about 2 seconds. We're on board with Plewis and Ball because, well, that'll be the best, that'll give the best view. Doesn't look like anyone made any overtakes into the right-hander or at the end of the DRS straight. Let's go out of the cockpit for a bit. Find Michalizzi trying to make a move on PMP. Louis still has DRS on Timon. Could Michalizzi send one up the inside? It looks that way. Now into turn number 1 they go, and I think Blue Racers had an incident. Oops. I think Blue Racers had an incident coming into pits. Because he's a lot slower than he should be through there. Now the yellow flags are out for him. Let's go back on board with this battle. I believe Louis has lost out a lot. Alan Vore has made his way past Michalizzi, and Louis is now Plewis and Ball's also going to get past Michalizzi. So Michalizzi and Louis both see themselves falling down the order. Louis has lost touch with the Mercedes quite a bit, yeah. Looking to be a really good day for Racing Point, as they are both in position 3 and 4. Bad day for McLaren though. They both had their own incidences which saw them spin out. It's a tantalising battle that we are seeing, but it seems to have broken off ever so slightly as now Geordie finds his way into 10th position, so he has now got a point to his name. He's had a pretty strong race all around on the hard tyres, looking to make a one-stop strategy. That is the plan for everyone who started on the mediums, who are going to go to the hards, but guys like Geordie, Plewis and Polino, all the hard runners, they're going to have a lot more pace in the middle towards the end of the Grand Prix, as we still have 20 laps to go. So this race is far from over. No one needs to be making any stupid moves at all, really. I have no clue where my marker is. There's now Plewis and Ball fighting with Alan Vore into the first sector. They've just come out of the DRS straight now, side by side through the S's. Alan Vore's going to hold on to P4, but for how much longer? Is now Plewis and Ball's going to look to the outside. Could Michalizzi maybe try and fight this? Doesn't look like it through there. Now into turn number 9 they come. Plewis and Ball's not going to try anything. That is not an overtaking place, as now with DRS on Alan Vore, he's not going to feel the advantage from his teammate. He's 2.8 seconds back. His soft tyres must be screaming right now. But no overtake for Plewis and Ball. Into the third sector, yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. I think Louis had a spin. If I can find him. Yeah, he spun it maybe at the curb. Really easy to do there. Oh, Gil did that was flip-flop, doing a really good job to avoid that there. As Jordan is the first in the pits, and Alan Vore also comes in. So I don't see why Jordan's coming so early. He might have taken some damage somewhere, but it doesn't look like it. He's going to fit the hards to go to the end of this Grand Prix. Now yellow flags in sector 3. I think Louis is having another nightmare. Oopsies. Now in this pit stop phase. I think what Louis was trying to do for so long was to do a one stop, as now he's going to fit the. After Alan Vore pitted, Pluisenball inherited P3, and now Michelizi's trying to track him down. Mercedes having a good day today actually. They both find themselves in the upper echelon of the points, almost on the podium. This would be very good for them. They could see 22 points coming back home to Brackley. Not what they want to be seeing in real life. They want to be on the top step, but they'd be happy with that today. Nizzo's not performed to the calibre of his adversary teammate, who has been in the points more or less every single race aside from one, and last Grand Prix actually. Geordie now takes P3, still on the hard tyres. At some point, maybe in a couple laps time, when it is his time to come into the box, and judging by this, the mediums can last for about 10 laps. So for Louis to actually do that for that long, very good on his behalf. Oh, that was a horrible glitch. Former race leader Chapelele, who also has the glitch, is now in 6th position on 7-lap old medium tyres. Flip-flop fish is also on those mediums for 7 laps now. So they begin to form to come back up the order as everyone comes into the pit lane. We're fitting on the hard tyres to go presumably to the end of the Grand Prix. You'd think that the hards would be able to go for that long. Michelizi though, and Nizzo and Khan are all staying out for an extended stint. Hopefully, for Nizzo's sake, they've really fallen off the back of Michelizi and Pluizen, haven't they? But for Nizzo's sake, he's going to want Michelizi to pit as soon as possible, because he doesn't want to... Oh, catching the curb there is Michelizi, almost losing the back end. With Dioris assistance on Plausible, this is the fight for the lead. Not the full lead though, because those leaders are down in 9th and 10th right now. They've pitted for the first and only time in this Grand Prix. You'd think that at this point Michelizi's really going to be starting to feel the effects of tyre wear, and Plausible is still going to be in those prime hard tyre condition. As there is a Ferrari in the pits of T1000 Zach, who has not returned to the session. So you can see he is still ghosted. He's going to be put a lap down now. Meanwhile, his teammate going from last place to now being in 3rd. A safety car at this point wouldn't be too bad for Geordie actually, because you could see on the mini map just to the right of the screen that the field is very spread out, which means the safety car will also stay out for a long time. Blue flags probably for Zach. Yeah, you'd think. Gil's going to come to the pits. He's retired from the session. He sees no point in racing, which secures Jost's title for the time being. He did the right thing to come to the pits though. He should never retire out on track. I'll stop. We've only seen one safety car in this Grand Prix. Is Michalizzi finally going to pull it into the pits? No, not yet. He's not going to see the benefit of his hard tyres if he stays out for too long. As Nizzo and Khan both pull into the pits at the exact same time. Who's going to get the jump out of them two? Flip-flop fish. He's going to inherit their positions. Chapelele's going to move up into 4th place behind Geordie F1. So Chapelele's still leading the Grand Prix at the moment, but his tyres are going to be very, very worn, so he's definitely going to have to pit again. He can't make the rest of the race. We are still not halfway through this Grand Prix. We're only on lap 14 of 29. Pretty long laps at this circuit, so I really hate that. I really, really hate that. So not very long laps at this circuit, which is quite odd. I mean, very long laps, but a lot of laps, which is quite odd. You see that the quicker laps tend to have longer races in terms of lap count, and then the shorter races in terms of laps, and normally the longest, such as Belgium and Britain, they are both 44 laps and 52 respectively, which are the shortest on the calendar, I believe. Belgium being the definite shortest. I'm not sure about Britain. When will Geordie come to the pits? That is the question. When will Geordie and Pluizen, as well as Terra Racer, they are 1, 3 and 5 right now. They're sandwiched in between all medium runners. Michalizzi finally comes into the pit box, which should maybe see some activity down at Nizzo's. And never mind, he's coming to the pits already. So he's down in 12th. Where's Michalizzi going to come out? That is a question that I'm dying to know the answer to. He looks to be in 10th place, behind Alan Vore and Timon, who are coming into turn 1 now, so he's not too far off of them. But once everyone else comes into the pits again, those being, well, I say again for some, those being Flip-Flop and Shap, Pluizen, Geordie and Terra all need to pit for the first time. They've not pitted yet, they're on hard tyres still. Ginger's going to come to the pits. He's going to fit the hard tyres to go to the very end of the Grand Prix. Oh, that glitch is terrible. I hate it so much. Terra Racer's not too far behind Chapelele, and Chapelele was leading the Grand Prix for a long time, so Terra Racer's had a pretty strong race actually. To be still running in the top 5 on these really old tyres is good from him actually. But just the softs were not the right strategy. The 2-stop was never going to work for these guys. Pluizen not coming into the pits as of yet, so the hard tyres still have some life in them, and the mediums are not going to be able to go half the race, are they? Let's turn on my light. There we go. Locking up into turn number 3 is Pluizen. It's not going to help his tyres in terms of their heating. You can see everyone aside from Chapelele, Flip-Flop Fish and Blue Racer are on hard tyres. I'd say the mediums are the best race tyre for this track. I agree with Ginger on that one, and then probably the hards, and you should never use the softs at this track. It is a definitive softs to medium strategy. Is now Nizzo finds his way past Crockett Gamer. We're on board with the Renault now. Into the second sector they fly. Nizzo's going to make the move done. Both Mercedes once again in their favourite position, just being in the midfield. On the cusp of points is Nizzo finally. Can he maybe take a points finish? That would be really good for him in terms of his confidence, and hopefully he can take more points throughout the season, as now Louis has been overtaken by Ginger into turn 3, I believe. Through the S as they come. You can just see the difference in grip. Only 5 laps as now Pluizen Bull comes into the pit. So I was right, they were going to come in around lap 17 now, fitting the medium tyres to go to the end. Geordie is going to be unleashed into the lead now, and that should see Terror Racer's also going to stay out. Joost now up into 3rd position. He's breathing down the neck of Terror Racers, now up the inside, trying to make the move, trying to defend actually from Flip Flop, who's just lost the position on the straights. You can just see the difference in grip. As now look at this, into turn 3 they come. You can see the exit speeds are going to be a lot different. You can see the Haas has lost a lot of ground to both Williams already. He's losing 7/10 per sector on his fastest time, which is not good at all. So it is time for him to come into the pits and fit another set of tyres to go to the end, as now Polino Bros is out of this session. He's out of the race. Is that going to trigger a safety car? That would help Terror Racer and Geordie a treat. Imagine them two both leading the Grand Prix. It's been a long time since that's happened. Geordie actually just received his trophy that he didn't even know he was getting for winning Season 1, which happened all the way 8 months ago. So the league has come a long way now. There is 2 divisions. I'm involved in it now. It's great to see this league grow, and one of my favourite leagues to partake in, even if it's just commentating. Maybe one day I'll race in FRL Tier 2, but we'll never know. There's now Flip Flop Fish. Surely has to come to the pits. I believe Terra's going to come in as well. Terra's going to pull in. Is Flip Flop? Not quite. Okay. Geordie's also going to stay out for another run, which is very strange to see. I'm gonna stay on board with the Ferrari driver. He started in last position, now he's all the way up into 1st. What are his sector times looking up compared to his fastest lap? He is not that far down on his fastest lap. So when he's on those medium tyres, he's going to be absolutely rapid. Terror Racer comes out in 13th position, a long way ahead of his teammate Ginger. So that means Geordie will probably come out maybe just behind Khan, only by a little bit though. But he's definitely got to come into the pit soon, because he's going to lose a lot of time to Joost and Jordan, who are still 1 and 2 in this race now with DRS on his teammate. Joost is too far back to make a move. Flip Flop losing time still. We just have 11 laps left in this Grand Prix. What's a battle we can watch? We can watch Khan fight with Nizzo and Crockett. Yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. I think Flip Flop's lost it. I think Flip Flop has spun on the curb of doom. He looks to be going slowly out there, so yeah, and he's lost a bunch of positions. Probably he's going to lose out to Michalizzi as well. Doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. Is he going to come to the pits? Geordie is staying out still. He's not losing much time compared to his fastest lap. And he's not even losing too much time compared to Jordan. Geordie's going to go... Could he go into the softs? That could be a very, very audacious strategy, but it could work for him. It's now yellow flags in sector 1. I think that is Allenville going off the track. Yeah, he's just coming across the grass. He's still got DRS. Oh, is Chapelele going to be able to avoid him? Yes, he will. Dropping all the way down into 9th position. Pluizen losing the position to Flip Flop Fish, who's on his recovery right now after spinning. And he's going to have to concede. And now, oh, Michalizzi. Oh, Flip Flop has spun. He dropped it maybe on the exit of that corner. And now Flip Flop really does have to consider coming into the pits. You'd have to think, because his tyres are just absolutely beaten up. And they are dead at the moment. Geordie coming through the middle sector. He is only 2/10 down. Still losing time that he can gain by going onto the medians. But if he holds out for the softs, that would be very, very good for him. Because in the dying laps he can make up positions that he might not make up on others by staying out on the medians. But now, yes, he's going to come into the pits. What tyres is he going to fit? I don't think he would fit the softs right now. And I think that Flip Flop has spun once more. He's running in the top 10. And now he's all the way down the order. Yes, here it is. No, not Flip Flop. Geordie has come on to the soft tyres. Can he run those for 10 laps? PMP Louis certainly did it, but he was beginning to lose the car quite a lot. It's going to be a real test for him, as now he has lost the lead. Both Williams return to where they were before. As now Flip-Flop has retired from the session in the pit, so it is a double DNF for Haas. Only 4 DNFs today, no safety cars at all. There's a Renault in the pits, I believe. That is Pluizen. I don't know what he's doing. He's gone onto a set of medium tyres. Has the Renault driver. I want to watch this fight pan out between Alan Vore and Geordie F1. If there's a safety car right now, Geordie F1 can easily go to the end, but that would not be good because he's just pitted. So if he stayed out and a safety car came out now, then he would have been kicking himself because he extended his stint so much. But now with DRS on Alan Vore, you can just see the difference in pace and the difference in grip looking through this tight, fast right-hander. He's more confident on the brakes with those grippier soft tyres. It's 0 lap old soft, fresh soft tyres going up against 10 lap old hards, and that is an easy overtake up the inside into the last corner for Geordie F1. That was a good move from him. Now he's got VRT Chapelele just up ahead of him, who is gaining on Michalizzi actually. They are both going to fight. The glitch has been fixed for Chap, and now around the outside of Michalizzi, this is for P4. He's got fresher medium tyres on, and Michalizzi's not going to be able to defend. I believe Alan Vore actually managed to get past Geordie into turn number 1, so this race is beginning to heat up substantially as now both Williams are still fighting. Joost wants to extend his championship lead by even more on Gil, just to rub salt into the wounds of the Haas driver as his championship is beginning to slip away ever so slightly. Go back on board with this battle. Geordie is still putting the pressure onto the racing point. Is he going to go side by side into turn number 9 and 10? Not quite. He backed out of it last second. Now he's going to take a more cutting line into turn number 10 now with DRS on Alan Vore. Is he going to get close enough? Not quite. He's going to have a move anyways. Up the inside, he's going to make the move stick. A little bit of contact between the two, but they have kept their noses clean as now into P6 definitively this time. Geordie F1 gets past Alan Vore. Alan Vore was once running in 4th position, now he's down in 7th. He had an incident where he went off the circuit, and so he's found himself down in 7th, 6 points for 7th place. I'm not too sure who was fastest lap. I believe it was Gil, but he's of course in 19th position, so he's out of this Grand Prix. He retired way back in the race. He was looking to be out the front row, but now Recon is retired and Chapelele is only in 4th position. It's still a decent amount of points. 4th is still really good actually. It's 12 points. Timon's got 15 points to his name. Let's just have a look at position change actually. So you can see, well, let's not forget about the elephant in the room. Geordie has made up 14 positions. His strategy just works perfectly. Alan Vore and Crockett as well, both making up a lot of positions. Khan's going to score his first race points in one of his only races actually. I believe he raced in maybe Spain, was it? Now he's in 9th place after starting in 17th, so it's good from him today. Very well done. Terra Race has not made the strategy work quite like Geordie has actually. He's only in 11th place. If he can make an overtake on Nizzo, who's on hard tyres, but he's a lot further back than the Mercedes driver, so unfortunately for him it might be no points on the table. Ginger's just had an appalling race. His race was ruined on lap 1 when he got in an incident with presumably Zach, Gil and himself, which is bad to see. I'm not too happy about it. Into turn 3 comes 2 leaders. They are just holding position for the time being. We only have about 6 laps in this Grand Prix to go. Yellow flag in sector 3. Pluizen is out, and now we have the virtual safety car. So everyone has to reduce their pace to about 40% of their top speed. That's going to help some tyres. Look at that, Geordie was 1.4 seconds faster on his last lap. He could have been even quicker. Ginger takes the time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Is he going to end his day here? Doesn't look like it. P&P Louis also going to come to the pits. They're probably going to try and bide for fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Apologise for yawning. I hope my microphone isn't... Yeah, my microphone's still on. So everyone aside from Chapelele in the top 10 has made up positions from where they started. Now we are back under green flag racing. The two Williams are still fighting as Jordan is defending heavily to the inside on his teammate Joost. Joost is going to have DRS, but you can see he's not pushing with ERS too much, but he definitely wants the position. He wants to overtake Jordan. Jordan's only had one win, and that was back all the way in race number 2, I believe. I think it was race 2 at Spain. Was his only win of the series. That was back when he used to be Jordan FTW. Now he's in ILRT, one of the top teams actually in tier 3 at least. You got tier 1, as I call the esports team, is now Crockett Gamer and Nizzo are having a fight. Nizzo's gonna have to concede position there as he tried to overtake Khan and Crockett, and unfortunately for himself that's not worked out in terms of DRS because he wasn't able to take it. But you know, tier 1 teams are all the esports teams. Then you've got tier 2, which is S2V, CRG, BSR, and then tier 3 would be teams like ILRT, VRT, I'm just trying to think of all the teams here, PMP, TTG, maybe IGK actually. Yeah, IGK's got a really good roster at the moment. They've managed to pick up a lot of talented drivers. They even signed Nico Hulkenberg. Of course, that was a joke, but Joost is still trying to track down his teammate. He's 4 tenths back from his Williams counterpart. Is he going to lunge up into turn number 1? He might do so now. Into turn 1 they file. No, he's not going to make an overtake through there. Maybe to try and take DRS through this next sector. Doesn't look like it. Where's Geordie? Geordie's still tracking down Michalizzi, but he might just have to settle for 6th at best. Michalizzi's had a really good day as well. He's up 7 positions from where he started. I would call that successful from him. I am still on air, so that's very nice. I had a little bit of a fright there. No, it looks to be okay. Ginger sets the fastest lap. He's currently in 13th position, so that means no points. No extra point for him, unfortunately. The racer takes another 3-second time penalty. We're coming around for 4 laps to go at this point. Is Jordan and Joost still with DRS on his teammate? He's kept in this range for a long time. Jordan's going to defend to the inside already. He's trying to break the toe ever so slightly. Is Joost going to send one up the inside? He breaks later than Jordan, but he doesn't make an overtake through there. They're just trying to work together, not do anything stupid. They still have a few more laps left to actually overtake each other. Now with DRS, is he going to send one up the inside? He might do so. We go on with the helicopter cam. No overtaking through there, but they are still fighting hard, like they're not on the same team, I suppose. This is still the battle for 8th position right now. All of these guys within the points. Terra Racer is lurking behind them in the background. You'd think at this point Geordie's tyres were beginning to go off. How old are his tyres? They're 6 lap old. But he's still tracking down Michalizzi. He's brought it to almost under 1 second. So they crossed over the detection point. I don't think he had the 1 second. You can see DRS should be enabled, but he's not got it available to him. He's still pushing with all he can in high ERS modes. The ERS is actually pretty similar. They're both in about half ERS. Jordi with 44%, Mikelitsi with 49%, but he's breaking down, and he's not breaking down, but when he breaks, he recharges the battery. That's how it works. But you have to be in the lower modes to really get as much ERS as you can, as now he's dropped it to under 1 second, has Jordi, as they cross the DRS detection point. He's not going to be close enough to make any overtakes into turn number 1. Yellow flags in sector 2. Who is that? I think it might be Louis. I'm not going to have a look because it seems to have cleared up pretty quickly into turn number 1. Jordi's not going to be close enough, but he's definitely brought that gap down from a visual point of view. He's 8 tenths back from Mikelitsi, as now Khan overtakes Crockett Gamer, who's not had the best of days. He is in the top 4 for the title. I think he's in 4th. He's had plenty of wins, but now he's only fighting for 4 points. He's on 2 right now. He's up into 8th position, 4 points to his name for this Grand Prix. Nizzo's fallen off the back, but even if he could just score 1 point, then that'd be good from him. Where's Jordi right now? He is right behind Mikelitsi out of turn number 10. Looked like he got a better exit than him, as now that gap, which was once 1 second about this time last lap, is now 4 tenths only, so he is officially within striking distance. He's only 2 tenths down on his fastest lap, which is sure to be one of the top times, but he's definitely going to be able to make a move into turn 1. So we will keep going with this battle. Crockett Gamer takes a 3-second time penalty. That could be crucial in maintaining position against Khan, and Nizzo is now opening DRS. Jordi's just got such a better exit. He's got much better grip. He's been forced to go to the outside into turn 1, but he's still gonna hold on to that line. He takes P5. This could be his, I believe, his best or joint best position in FRL Season 3. Mikelitsi goes up the inside. I almost said Nizzo, as Plewison retires from the session. Well, he left, but I don't know when he retired. He might have retired in the pits, that might have been it. Yeah, because I did see a Renault go into the pits as well when Ginger pitted, which was 4 laps ago. Okay. Can Mikelitsi get past Jordi? That is the question playing on my mind right now. We are only on 2 laps to go. This lap and next lap to be completed. Joost still is behind his teammate. I think this might be what we want to watch for the rest of the Grand Prix. Can they hold on to this battle onto the last lap? Oh, losing the back end ever so slightly. Now with DRS on his teammate, he's not got much ERS left to spare. Neither does his teammate though. He has even less than Joost. They are pushing with all they can into turn number 1. Joost is not close enough to make the overtake work on Jordan. Louis is retired. Did he retire on track? He might have done. I've lost game audio. I've lost audio. Okay, it's back. That was quite scary. I thought I lost audio. With 18 lap-old hards, Joost is still improving on his times. You can really stretch these tyres on this track. Jordi manages to get to hold position ahead of Mikelitsi. This could be Joost's last chance to overtake his teammate. I'm not sure where penalties play into this though. I've not had a look at any of them. I'm not going to. I want to keep the surprise. It looked like Jordan had a better exit though. It's now into turn 11. They just flew through there. That could have been Joost's last move on Jordan, which is not good to see from his point of view. They are both pretty low on ERS. Louis leaves the session. This could just be a last lunge YOLO style, not gonna make it. So with that being said, on track, ILRT Jordan, he's gonna win for the 2nd time in season 3. Is it gonna remain? Yes it will. Neither drivers took penalties, it seems. Timon's gonna cross the line to finish off the podium. Chapelele takes P4, then Jordi is gonna be in P5. That was a really good showing from him today, actually. From 20th on the grid, Alan Bohr is going to remain P7 after he had his incident on track. Yellow flagged in sector 3, I think it was Nizzo. I think Nizzo might have had an incident somewhere. Terra Racers now in the points. Oh, it was Crockett. Crockett spun. Why didn't I see that? Crockett Gamer spun, and that puts him out of the point. Next to cross the line is Blue Racer, but he's quite far back at this point. He's got a lot of penalties, so Ginger could maybe overtake him. Cross the line in 12th. Ginger's going to spin out, and that is the end of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Blue Racer's going to hold on to 12th position, which means Ginger also had some time penalties himself. I gotta say, my driver of the day today just has to be Geordie, doesn't it? Absolutely stunning performance from 20th on the grid. He executed his strategy perfectly, and he takes P5. Who got the fastest lap? I think the fastest lap was Ginger. No, I think it was Chapelele actually taking the fastest lap. So that's an extra point for Chapelele. Let's have a full rundown of the points. ILRC Jordan wins his second race of the season, and now a Williams 1-2 for the first time since Spain. IGK Yost in P2. P3 goes to VRT Timon. Then it is Chapelele in 4th. Geordie from 20th all the way up to 5th place. Michalizzi taking P6. That's a really good performance from him. Alan Vore is in 7th place. Khan Racing in 9th. And then Terra Racer manages to go from 16th to 9th. Nizzo taking a singular point, then just outside the points after spinning on the last lap. Crockett Gamer takes up 11th position. Blue Racer in 12th. I don't know why I said 6th. And the last of the finishers after a first lap incident, Ginger than the DNFs today was Zach, Louis, Pluizen, Flip Flop, Pilino, Gil and Recon. And the trend continues. When Yost has a good race, Gil cannot have a good race. And when Gil has a good race, Yost cannot have a good race. So that is the end of the race. I hope everyone has enjoyed it. I've been me, you've been